want fame. Well, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying in sweat.
Fame. It's a hell of a drug. This podcast is about fame and you know, cats who want to be famous, but let's stick with the fame. You know, when you're in business, and this is what separates the real from the fake, homie. From the authentic from the you know, the fugazi and shit, from the cats who really trying to be it and live it, to the cats who trying to see it, you know what I'm saying, and show other cats that they got it. So there's a difference. And the biggest difference is cats want to be famous. You don't know how many times I'm helping dudes get their business off the ground or something like that, and this shit comes up. So you might have a cat who has a product that he wants to push. Instead of pushing the product, he wants to push himself. You know what I'm saying? He imagines himself to be, I don't know whether the cat imagines himself to be Robert Kiyosaki. You know what I'm saying? But even Robert Kiyosaki had a book to push. He had a product to push before he pushed himself. If you look at the front cover of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you don't even know who the hell this dude is. You didn't know he was a Japanese dude or whatever the hell he is. You didn't know that at all because he never let his wanting to be famous get ahead of the product. But now you see in different things, cats are putting their faces and shit. You hear motherfuckers saying they want to be life coaches. You hear motherfuckers saying they really did something that they never did. You know what I'm saying? All this shit where you put more and put yourself in front of your product is because you want to be famous. And now you typically think I'm talking about cats who want to be, you know, dancers and auditions, and that's true. But at least they true to what the hell they want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? A cat who's rapping, he want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many cats who rap or in hip-hop no more who really want to be good at the damn craft anymore. A lot of cats just want to be famous. That's why they all sound alike, look alike. Nobody makes different kind of beats no more. You know what I'm saying? Because cats just want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? And it comes in the business too, homie. This is how, at least how I always separate the real from the fake. You know what I'm saying? Are you doing it because you love to do it? Is this your hustle? Is this really what you do and what you're really about? Or are you just passing doing some dumb shit? Trying to make money, trying to make ends meet, trying to come up off something saying, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Everyone in the world thinks they can do that. That's why there's plenty of suckers in the world. Because you can always sell a sucker on the idea of being famous or getting something quick without no work, no hustle, no grind. You know what I'm saying? So for me, most of the shit I run into is because cats want to be famous. The easiest way for you to spot this shit is if you ever run into a cat and the first thing he talks about is what he's going to do with his riches. He wants to be famous. You understand what I mean? If he's telling you he's tricking and we're going to be on this street and we doing this, he wants to be famous. You know what I'm saying? As much as possible. Cats believe, don't get it twisted. You know, I'm telling you to keep a low profile and keep building. But don't get it twisted. It's a lot of cats on the RNG right now who the only reason why they want to make money is because they want to show someone else. And they hope they can parlay this shit and be kind of like the king of business or the guru to the business or the guru to the hustle or, like I said, the Donald Goines of the chip game, homie. You know what I'm saying? They really taking real shit and they trying to make it the fake shit and then sell the fake shit to you, homie. That's why so many cats have been reading books that had no knowledge, no information. They damn near running game on you. They just pushing product without no real, you know, no substance to it. So for me, like I said, for most cats I run into, the idea of them is to be famous. They'll go around it 100 ways. You understand what I'm saying? They'll come up with a clever title to the book. They'll come up with a clever hook to the song. They'll come up with a clever, you know what I'm saying, whatever. The way they dress or somewhere, the way they cut their hair. Or motherfuckers are a gimmick. And the reason why is because they want to be famous. There is nothing there. So when I bring up the word fame, you know what I'm saying? First of all, I had to go back and dig in the crates and get the damn sitcom from whenever that shit was. But, you know, for the hook for the podcast. But the thing I want you to remember about that shit is Just listen to what, I think it was Debbie Allen. Look at what she said. You know, if you want to be famous, this is where it starts. This is where it's hard work, and this is this. And at least she telling you that you got to be serious about the shit to be famous. You know what I'm saying? I still think it's a Chauncey ass homo thug move on your part, but if you want to be famous and that's what you really, really want out of life, you know, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to learn how to do 100 pirouettes and shit in your leg warmers, homie, I can't stop your ass. I'm gonna respect the hustle, because at least you are who you are. But when it comes to business, like I said, you'll see people who really don't want to do anything pure. They just want to con your ass. And then they want to be famous, and they're going to parlay that shit. And it ain't nothing there. So I'm trying to educate a lot of you cats, because you see this shit, and a lot of you cats are still faking the funk right now. You listening and you saying, I know all this knowledge and I got all this shit, and you probably regurgitating the game to other cats. You know what I'm saying? And now they think you the guru to the hustle, and you trying to keep, you know, Daniel Freeman and the rise and grind on the low. Don't get it twisted. I look on the internet all over the damn place, and I see shit that I said or angles that I put up, and I see motherfuckers taking them and putting their name on it, and you know what I'm saying? Calling that shit, you know, just don't call it blue magic, motherfucker. Call it red magic. I had to pull a American Gangster out on your ass. Don't let me catch you, you know what I'm saying, making this shit the rise and grind, homie. Call it another motherfucking name, homie. Spank that shit down. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just don't name it the shit I got. But it makes me laugh a little bit, because realistically, instead of these cats developing their own angles to this game, to get attention, to educate, to, you know what I'm saying, to help our race grow, to help our people grow, these motherfuckers just want to sit here and create the same angle but put a twist on it. You know what? I was over at Daniel Freeman's Quick Hustles and shit, and you know what I'm saying, he went with the, you know what I'm saying, he was talking about selling dogs, he went with the Dobermans. But you know what would be better? Cocker Spaniels. So I just took the hustle and changed it to Cocker Spaniels. This motherfucker just want to be famous. He want to be famous off of coming up with the same hustle, but putting another motherfucking name on it. Go right ahead, homie. But the idea of fame that fucks you up in business is that you never, most of these cats never do the real shit that makes you famous. I've been on this damn Rise and Grind on the podcast for 2.5 years. Right? If I didn't really want to educate you cats, this shit would sound really weird. Don't you think so? By now, it would sound like I'm sitting here saying, you know, it's so-and-so in the morning, 99.85 and shit. You know, some weird shit. Brought to you by Pepsodent, you know, Colgate, you know what I'm saying? Super Johnny condoms. You know what I'm saying? The shit would turn into that fake-ass shit we hear on the radio all day by now, right? If I wasn't serious about the hustle, if it wasn't pure about what I'm trying to do. So when you want to be famous, let me tell you the pitfalls of this shit. This is the real pitfall. When you want to be famous and you want fame out of life, right? You start thinking that really it's a self-esteem issue. Because if you're good at something, man, motherfuckers attract to it. If you got the right hustle, money's gonna come. If you look a certain way, motherfuckers gonna like you. If you smell a certain way, people gonna appreciate you. I mean, you don't have to fake the funk. You can just go buy the funk and be the funk. You dig what I'm saying? You don't have to fake it. But for motherfuckers who want to get there fast, quick, fast, in a hurry, homie, they don't want to sit here and build nothing for themselves. They go out and they create something that makes them famous, maybe a one-hit wonder. And then after that one hit goes away, they try to come out with a second, right? But it wasn't in them. They really aren't good. They really aren't talented. But then these motherfuckers, you might see it with a lot of celebrities. Motherfuckers, nobody paying attention to them, and they has-beens and shit. And TMZ is showing up on a corner with a camera saying what it feel like to be famous 20 years ago, and now you ain't shit. And then these motherfuckers about to kill themselves or doing cocaine or drinking too much, and you know what I'm saying, end up in porn and all. It's all because the limelight disappeared on their ass, homie. It's all because the people stopped paying attention to their angles, to their hustle, to who they are. Motherfucker used to be I'll Be Sure back in the 80s and shit, and now this motherfucker look like a damn retard on the street, homies. I mean, it's, you know, if that's what you desire, if fame is what you desire, homie, if attention from other people is what you desire, you bound to fuck up. You bound to lose, homie. You know what I'm saying? But if this is who you are, if you are this pure cat, if you bringing the raw to the game, homie, you gonna be here for a long time. It's just that cats will chase after the limelight, homie. You ever seen one of them shows? It could have been a cartoon from a long time ago, where the motherfucker trying to speak, and then they move the spotlight a little bit to the left, and then that motherfucker run to the spotlight, then they move it to the right, and he run to the spotlight, they move it on the ground, and then they, you know, cartoons exaggerate the shit, they put it on the ceiling, the motherfucker trying to climb the ceiling to get back into the spotlight. That's what all these motherfuckers who desire fame want. You understand what I'm saying? They don't really have nothing. They just really want to be in the spotlight. And there's something wrong with a motherfucker who really sit there every day and try to create a way for you to be fucking hoodwinked, bamboozled, homie, led astray, like like Denzel Washington said. You know what I'm saying? Something to the point where this is his whole game. In these recessions right now, right? We're going through a recession still. You got motherfuckers, man, who are falling for all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of their desperation. And the same reason why a motherfucker would get scammed in a recession is the same angle that bitches are taking to be famous. Meaning, what is the quickest way that I could be famous? Should I show some dick pics on Twitter? Should I, you know what I'm saying, wear some Speedos from France and shit on the beach? Should I, you know what I'm saying, wear some pink glasses and shit with a gold chain hanging to my navel? You know what I'm saying? It's some weird shit going on because motherfuckers want to be famous. They want to be, they need some attention. And if this is your angle to this game, man, you ain't never going to produce, homie. Because the con can only last so long before motherfuckers find out you a joke. I'll give you a good example. I'm not going to name no names, but you could, if you're a good listener, you'll see. It's a lot of famous rappers, right? That I always call them the dudes from the band, you know, from band camp. Right, and a lot of these dudes are nerds, and they dress like nerds, and they talk like nerds, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't mean nerds like uneducated. I mean nerd like antisocial. You could tell they never had that. You know what I'm saying? The gift of gab. They never could spit. They never had any of that shit in them, right? But all of a sudden, dudes can make music, and as a result of making music, now they believe they are. You understand what I'm saying? Big shit. Like, you know, I just make hits, and I respect the dude saying, hey man, you do make good music, but come on, man, nobody really think you cool. Only a bunch of nerds in the suburbs, homie. Not anybody I grew up with. You come down the block, we gonna laugh at you. We gonna think you a motherfucking homo thug, a Chauncey dude coming down the street, looking the way most of these motherfuckers doing with their tight ass jeans and polka dot underwear and shit, and all this. You know, motherfuckers wearing high top fades from the mid 80s and shit, trying to act like they did something new, or motherfuckers wearing leggings and all kind of weird shit going down nowadays because motherfuckers are attention whores and shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's something that makes you, like I was trying to describe in the spotlight example. When you want the spotlight so much, you're gonna go left, right, upside down trying to stay in that motherfucker. So all of a sudden, you know, women and shit got sex tapes. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian whole game is set up off of a goddamn sex tape. And you just think, goddamn, you want to be famous that much that you're gonna show the world that you getting fucked? Damn. Like, is that what the game is about right now? That motherfuckers, and then you got young girls who dumb as a motherfucker saying, damn, I'm gonna put out a sex tape. For a while, after about that shit hit the fan, for a while you start seeing sex tapes all over the motherfucking place. And Whitney Houston got a sex tape. And, I'm like, goddamn, don't listen to this shit, right? But the hustle is, man, that motherfuckers want to be famous. You see what I'm saying? It's not even for the chips, young homie. See, if it was for the chips, I would fall back and say, well, the hustle pays, I will fall back. But this is not for the chips. This is for you to be on Dancing with the Stars, homie. This is for you to be on, I don't know, what's that fucking crossword game from a long time ago where the X and shit, where, you know what I'm saying, Whoopi Goldberg is in the X on the left side and you answer a question, tic-tac-toe or some shit like that. You know, you just trying to get into the game so much that you're going to sell your whole goddamn life away. And that's what fame is. Fame is the hell of a drug, homie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cocaine. It's fame, homie. You know what I'm saying? This shit them cameras are the devil, homie. And if you ain't ensure yourself and what you're about in the beginning, don't get me wrong, a true cat can get up there, tell the truth in front of all them cameras, and motherfuckers gonna think they Gandhi. That's why you appreciate some dudes. It could be the same kind of fame. Why when Martin Luther King is up there, you don't think of him as a fame whore, attention whore? Why when Gandhi get up there, you don't think of him as attention whore? Why when Farrakhan speak, you don't think of him as an attention whore? But some other cats who really ain't serious about their hustle, really ain't living that life, you can instantly see that motherfucker. It's like when a motherfucker comes to me and say, I want to be a motivational speaker. What you gonna motivate motherfuckers about? I mean, I'm a life coach. What the fuck is a life coach? Are you successful? You know who I want to be my goddamn life coach? I want to find the dude who understood how to turn water into wine. You know what I'm saying? I want Jesus as a life coach, homie. And I ain't talking about the Christianity thing. I just want to transform the hustle like he did on the water to wine shit. I want to transform something basic into something intoxicating, homie, that we can make chips off of. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be famous. Now, why can these dudes have the same fame as them, right? But you don't think of them as tricks? Because they are who they are. And the cameras came to follow the true. But in the meantime, they'll deal with the fake. And the fake usually want fame. They usually want attention. You can always tell a cat who wants attention because he puts his name before the product. You understand what I'm saying? He puts his name. If you're not in any kind of showbiz shit, you never put your name before the product. You never see the dude who made Tide slap his fucking face on the front of Tide detergent and say, motherfucker, I made this. Right? You didn't see, somebody slap Uncle Ben, old slavery looking ass, on the front of some rice and shit. And that Uncle Ben don't own that shit. I'm sure that black dude ain't even named Ben. That motherfucker named Tyrone or something and shit. So where did they get these people from? Everybody else hiding behind the chips, hiding behind the product because they know the product pushes. And if you become good at it, the only reason why you know Warren Buffett is because the hustle is so big, they ask, who is this motherfucker? The only reason why you know Bill Gates is because Microsoft's so big. You say, who is this motherfucker? Who are these people making this kind of chip? The money, the product was pushed before the fame caught up with the cats. But since so many young dudes, y'all not ready to put in the work, homie, you don't go out there really pushing hard and trying to make the best cookie. You know what I'm saying? You over here selling bullshit cookies. You taking them out the supermarket, them yellow and vanilla and lime and lemon ones and shit that I used to hate when I was a kid, and you throwing them in another bag, and you got a fancy bag, and your ass is saying fancy bag cookies and shit on the street. No, I know they lemon tarts, motherfucker. So I could tell them old gritty ass sugar cookies, homie. So it's funny when you see a motherfucker who desires fame. You know what I'm saying? Over anything else. And it produces fakeness, homie. It produces bullshit. It makes a motherfucker look like a weirdo. Right? Like I said, you look at some of these dudes who claim to be true, homie, and you're gonna find out that a lot of these dudes just want to be famous. They not working on their angles. They not, improving themselves. They not improving the game anyway. They just want to be famous. And a lot of you cats, y'all think money equals fame. And I've been working hard on a rise and grind for years to make you separate that fake shit, that Michael Jackson singing shit, from the Sony Music shit. You understand what I'm saying? The Snoop Doggy Dogg shit from the Suge Knight Death Row shit. You know what I'm saying? The NASCAR, whatever, Wallace, one of them motherfuckers. I don't watch any of that shit. From the Chevy, from the Ford car. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck the sponsorships. Homeboy putting the Home Depot shit on the front of his car. And you think the dude who get out the car who won a goddamn race racing around in circles like an insane motherfucker it got more chips than the dude who put the Home Depot on the front of the shit. When you value fame over the chips and the change, homie, you gonna lose. When you chasing the spotlight, it means you fake. Because if you were real, if you were true, homie, the spotlight would come to you. You understand what I'm saying? When I started to rise and grind, young homie, I didn't advertise any of this shit. The main reason why is because look, straight up. For those who got ears, they'll hear. For those who can't, stay deaf, dumb, and blind to the game. I'm only here it only need one of you cats to turn into something big and to say, damn, I was listening to this dude on Rise and Grind, Daniel Freeman, for everything I've done the past 3 years to be validated. You understand what I'm saying? I'm living proof of what I tell you that I'm doing on this motherfucker, so I'm a validated myself. You understand what I mean? But if you speak in the truth, motherfuckers will come. Remember that dumbass movie? If you build it, they will come. That's what the true shit is about, homie. If you put in the work and you create a great product that motherfuckers love, they will come. But if you don't put in the work, if you never do this shit and you try to cut around this shit, you know what I'm saying? You're going to produce some fake shit and you're going to be gone. And you're going to be on drugs because it never was you and you just lucked up into this game. But for those who don't want fame, who want this change, homie, be true to your shit. Come in here and do the work that's required for you to get it, and don't even worry about fame. Fame is a byproduct of the hustle. Money is a byproduct of the hustle. Everything is a byproduct of the hustle. If we do this hustle right, you will know my name. If I do something big, you will know that I wrote it, did it, said it, performed it, right? If I got a talent, you will see it. I don't need the fame, homie. That's the byproduct. I'll just make sure y'all cats don't put the cart before the horse. Don't get caught up in chasing attention from motherfuckers that don't matter. They will be there when you produce something that matters. Build that product. Next time, partner.